Hey, and welcome to the 7 days to become a better rider. I'm so excited and pumped about this to share with you my best tips for you to reach your goal as a rider and improve to be the best version you can be. So let's dive in. Day one, first, we're gonna go down to paper before anything else. I'm gonna explain to you now what we're gonna talk about. So, first of all, the first step is you're gonna have to take a journal and a pen. I will explain to you later what you're gonna do in this journal. First of all, in the journal, we're gonna write down what are your goals as a rider. Then you will need to ask yourself, how do you want to be at the end of this course? You'll have also to acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses. I forgot an S as at strength. No worries. And then we're gonna finally talk about visualization, which is a super important part. You're gonna have to make some visualizations about your best self as a horse rider with all your improvement and the way you want to be on your horse. Anyway, don't worry, we're gonna talk deeply about this in this video. So, why am I making you doing those things? It's important to be clear with yourself about the goals that you want to achieve and what you really want to improve. The more clarity you will have, the better and faster you will reach your goals. It will give you clarity on what you should focus on while riding, which will just help you reach your goals 10 times faster. You'll have more clarity in your brain, clarity in your mind. You will know exactly what you want from this. And just as I said earlier, it will help you achieve your goals faster as you will be more focused. Talking about visualization that we will talk more at the end, it's now used by all the top athletes in any field and has been proven to increase efficacy on achieving goals. It's proven scientifically. I didn't invent it. I've used it for sure and it worked for me, and I'm sure it will work for you because it's just nowadays one of the best technique to reach your goal as an athlete or even in life. So just because I like quotes, I wanted to share one with you about visualization. Visualize this thing that you want, see it, feel it, believe in it, make your mental blueprint and begin. This is how I want you to be. I want your mental state to be towards this phrase. So, first, write down your goals. Give yourself a score on a scale of 1 to 10 on those 5 areas. So first, score yourself on your position. How do you feel is your position? Would you like to improve it? Give yourself a score. 1 would be horrible, 10 would be perfect. Just give yourself a score. What do you think about your position? Second, horsemanship. So, how is your relationship towards horses? Do you only ride them and just go down and just you finish and you go home, or do you like to spend time with them? Do you try to build relationship with your horses? How is your horsemanship? 3, your confidence. How do you feel? Do you feel confident on your horse? Do you feel scared? Sometimes yes, sometimes maybe you're confident on your horse, but when you start jumping, you're not confident anymore. Anyway, score yourself. And fourth, fitness. So, how is your fitness? Do you feel you're strong on your horse? Do you feel you're flexible enough? Do you feel you have a hard time to follow the movement of your horse, or do you have a hard time to breathe? Very important. When you finish your session, do you feel super tired? If you ride 1 horse, 2 horse, 3 horses, uh, how do you feel? So score yourself on that. And the last one, self-development. So how much do you research on the subjects that you need to improve. For example, you want to improve your flat work with your horse. Do you look for articles, videos online about how to make a better flat work, how to, or do you watch your favorite riders? Do you do some research? Basically, research, books, reading, watching videos. Do you do that? Yes or no? Score yourself. And then write down your goals. You can use those areas or come up with other areas you need to improve in case I forgot any things that you would like to talk about. Like, I mean, any subjects that you would like to improve. Okay, when you do your goal setting, so let's go to the left side of this picture. You will see this picture on the left written goal setting, and then when you read vertically you'll have written SMART. So what is a SMART goal? Maybe some of you are familiar with this, some of you are not, so I'm just gonna talk about it quickly. So your goals needs to be specific, so make it specific what exactly you want to improve, what exactly you want to change. They need to be measurable. How many times a week you're gonna work on it? It needs to have a number. You understand? Attainable. Don't make it crazy. Okay? I'm so happy if you're ambitious. I am ambitious too. It's not a problem, but make it attainable. Like, don't say in a week I'll go to the Olympic Games, right? It will be really hard to attain. Okay. It needs to be relevant. Make it relevant, not something that has nothing to do with what we're doing. Time bound. Okay, make it time bound. Like, as per, like, in how long do you want to achieve it? You understand? If it's in a week, okay, make it as per a week. You understand? For example, you will say, I will work 3 times a week, 3 times this week on pole work. Okay, this is time bound. So you say this week, 3 times a week. You understand? Measurable, time bound. If it's on 6 months, it's on 6 months. Okay, you just need to make sure that you know in how many months you are doing this, or how many weeks, okay, how many days, and that's it. Okay, so we can go to the next part. How do you want to be at the end of this course? Very important that you know what you want at the end of this course in 7 days. Okay, it's a very short time, but some main improvements can be done. Okay, so what do you expect from this course? What do you want to achieve in 7 days? And are you willing to put on the work to achieve your goals? Because it's one thing that I give you the advice, it's another thing that you put on the work. Okay, so make sure that you put on the work. Acknowledge then your strengths and weaknesses. This time I didn't forget the S as strength. I'm proud. That's good. So write down your weaknesses and why, and write down your strength and why. Be honest with yourself, okay? It's important to know your strength. It's important to know your weaknesses. Your weaknesses, just to know exactly what you're weak on, and what you need to work on. Your strength, just because it's also important for your confidence to know what you're good at, because you're good at stuff, okay? Not always focusing on the weaknesses, or on the, I will not say not negative stuff, but it's also good to balance and know what you're good at as well. Okay, a little quote again, because I love quotes. Build your weaknesses until they become your strong point. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Your weaknesses are, and that's why I wanted to say that it's not a negative thing, it's something that you need to build and work on in order for you that it becomes your strong point. And most people actually have their weaknesses actually become their strongest point. Why? Because they worked so hard on it that they became actually experts about the subject. So I hope it does it for you. And then the latest point that I wanted us to work on is visualization. So visualization, the key to achieving what you want, whether it's a healthier body or increased confidence, may lie in your ability to visualize it. Here is how to use your mental imagery to become stronger, happier, and more effective. Just take the time to sit down for 5 to 10 minutes each day and visualize the desired outcome of this course. So, of this course, I said, or if it's not this course, it can be in 6 months, okay, in 3 months, in 1 month, whatever you want. What do you want to improve? And just visualize yourself every day, 5 to 10 minutes. For example, if you have a lack of confidence, imagine yourself that you're so confident, so you're doing whatever you're afraid of doing. If you're afraid of jumping, imagine yourself jumping, unless you don't want to jump, but it's up to you. If you want to improve your position, just imagine yourself having the best position that you want, okay? So this is all about visualization. And actually, a little information that I learned is that for the brain, it's actually there's no difference between imagination and the fact that you're really doing it. So actually, basically, if you are imagining that you're riding your horse or jumping and you are really riding, there's no difference between the two. Like whether you're imagining it or you're not imagining it, like, or you're really actually doing it. There's no difference for your brain. It's actually the same thing. So they were saying that athletes, when, for example, they injured, if they keep every day having a training in their mind, imagining their training, there is a decrease of loss of their capabilities, because after an injury, for sure, it takes always a little bit time to come back to the sport. But by imagining your trainings every day, their trainings every day, they could actually come back to training and be not so bad after all. So visualization is actually a very, very strong and powerful tool for to improve your trainings and your capabilities. Okay, let's do a little recap. So, open a journal to write down your goals and progress during this week. So, this is what I want you to do with this journal, to write down your goals, all of this around it, to score yourself, etc., etc. And you're gonna write down every day your progress during the week. What did you learn? What did you, maybe you need to get some notes that you will not remember while watching this video. Just write everything you want in this journal that has something to do with this program. Make sure you're clear on what you want to improve, but also clear on your strengths and weaknesses. Take time each day to sit quietly and visualize the rider you want to be. So visualization. Visualization is important, okay? Make sure you're clear on your goals, and make sure you visualize and write down on your journal. Basically, that's the recap. We're done. So I hope to see you tomorrow for day 2